everybody, and welcome to my free tarot channel. Whether you're a returning subscriber, a passerby, or somebody looking for a new tribe, welcome. I hope you are having a beautiful day or night. So today's topic is one that I don't do enough. I will be asked this question during events, which I love, and I'm starting back into. Here we are going to find out the next major changes in your career, taking a deep dive and discussing any challenges as well as advice so you can move and transition smoothly through any possible challenges, hiccups, bumps, so it can lead to a more fruitful outcome, because ultimately that's what we want, that's what we need, and that's what we deserve. So we're going to be up on that. But during this reading, I do suggest that you take notes. This will be extra handy for any information that could resonate more later during these challenges, especially because of the advice. You can go over the notes that you took and have a better guide and understanding moving forward. I also just want to do a quick shout out for any of you who follow me on my Instagram, Raven's Third Eye Tarot. It means so much to me. It is a personal page, and I do quick readings or pick a card readings. They're obviously shorter, short, sweet, and to the point, but it's a great way to catch up on any local events that I am doing, and just to see my ongoings, my yoga, and to get that continuous motivation and inspiration, and to connect my lovely little tribe. So grateful for all of you who subscribe to this channel as well. I literally beam when I see your messages, your comments. That genuine love and care is so felt and appreciated, and it is absolutely reciprocated. So I just want to give a moment of gratitude to you. Thank you so much for being here and inspiring me and encouraging me, just as I hope I can do for you. Welcome to the pick a card portion of your reading. Today we do have 3 groups to choose from. Each group is paired with its own crystal, so you can either use the cards or the crystals as indicators for what you are being drawn to the most. Whichever one grabs your attention the most, that's going to be the group that has the messages that are most resonant for your journey today. So for group 1, you have the 3 of Pentacles, and you have the clear quartz crystal. In group 2, you have the 2 of Cups and the raw blue tourmaline crystal. In group 3, you have the High Priestess. How gorgeous this card is. Wait. Oh, sorry. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. So earthy. And no surprise that that group is paired with the amethyst crystal. So once you know which group is yours, you can click the description box below, find the timestamp to your group, and meet me in your reading today. Hello, Group 1. Thank you for joining me today in your reading. Today we're going to find out the next major changes in your career. We are going to be going over your current position, the current energies surrounding your job or career, and then we are going to use tarot to get a little more detail to find out the changes, challenges, and get some advice for you moving forward. So let's start with the current energy of your career. Oh, as I was cleansing my space, I heard you are so much more capable than you give yourself credit for. So that is the first thing if you are taking notes, let me suggest this again as well. If you skip the intro, I do suggest that you take notes during this reading. There could be key elements that you should pay attention to or keep an eye out for. Some things may resonate later, and it also just helps you, especially with advice, to really just go back, even after you watch this reading, to go over the key points to really help give you a better understanding, view, and direction moving forward. But that is the first thing I want you to note, sorry for being long-winded, is you are so much more capable than you give yourself credit for. So what is Group 1's current energy within their career spirit? I just heard the foundation. And I also was told your foundation is solid, and I hear the word repeat. So I'm not going to dive too far into that. It could be, like a rabbit hole. So if that resonates for you, the word repeat, just take it as it resonates. But you have 34 silent snow. What I am being shown is that you do have a solid foundation, but it's kind of blanketed with snow, like I see here. You may be going through a more quieter period, a softer period for some of you. I just heard a more passive stage right now in your career. Not a lot may be happening, and it's because that is the stage and phase you need to be in right now. Some things need to just be still. Other things, it feels like, just like winter, the point before your birth, your rebirth, the point before your spring. Some things need to be in that state. It's not dying. There's nothing dying off. You're not losing anything. I want you to know, because it could feel like that, because you're not seeing what's underneath all of the silence, the stillness. You're not really able to see what lies beneath. But there is still life, and there is new growth that's waiting to bud. And it is stemming from that foundation you already set for yourself. And it feels like you have to go on this journey. You may be traveling, okay? And in your travels, you're going to either be met with people, situations, circumstances, opportunities that are really going to help ignite and bring in this inspiration that I feel you need. And I just heard stagnant. That may be where you feel this winter's kind of manipulating your career or really affecting it in what you would call a negative way, what you would see as a negative way. And it's because you do need more stimulus. It's like you actually could benefit by putting your job, your career, not your aspirations, let them build, let them be explored. And that's kind of what I'm getting to. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. But you need more zest in your life. You need more adventure. You need to kind of get out of the cog in the machine mentality if you are. And you need to spice some things up for yourself. Taking your focus away from your career doesn't mean you're going to lose anything. It doesn't mean you're jeopardizing anything. I'm telling you, that's actually a healthy way to redirect this energy that you may feel is still or stagnant or a little too stable. And it's going to bring in, it feels like connections you already know. So with the 3 and the 4 as well, at the top here, it feels like you are going to be expanding by connecting with people you already know. You already have certain networks, certain connections, certain people, groups of people is what it feels like. This could be social media platforms. This could be, groups outside of social media, friend groups that can really help inspire you and that can really help to connect you with people who are going to progress you further. So networking is really important right now, and that could be why you're needing to revert your focus, put your energy back into other things, into networking, into finding more zest, more inspiration, getting out of your comfort zone. And 3 and 4 reduces to 7. And that is, I just heard a conflict of interest. Some of you may be really pragmatic, or this could be a fear of change, a fear of stirring things up, that maybe if I do this, I'm releasing, and I just heard I'm releasing all control. You may have complications with releasing control. Complications, that's a weird way to say that. You may struggle with releasing control, and then you feel if you lose all control, then things are going to crumble, or this foundation that you just put so much into. That took a while for you to get there, okay? So celebrate the achievements that you have, the progress that you made thus far. Take a moment to celebrate. And now it's time to start adding other things into your life. It doesn't feel like emotional connections. It just feels like exploring yourself in new ways, because that inspiration is going to spark new things within your career. And it's really going to help stimulate this new growth in this rebirth. That zest, that inspiration, these new connections that you're going to be finding in your travels or through your networking. It's really going to help stimulate this spring for you, a rebirth, in your career. Now I'm going to pull tarot to see what your next major changes or developments are within your career. What are the next major changes Group 1 can expect in their career? Ooh. So you have the Ten of Swords. It came out in reverse. What are the next major changes? Love that. Here's the inspiration. The inspiration, the travel. You have the Page of Wands upright. That zest. That not thinking too far ahead. Not even worrying about... Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting messages already. Like, don't worry about the consequences. There is no consequences to exploring yourself, to expressing yourself, to finding new passions and what excites you. It's like your discovery mode. You need to go on discovery mode. And the Ace of Wands, look at this. Passionate new beginning, the rebirth I was talking about. New ideas, new connections, inspiration, really sparking and opening up new doors and new windows and new avenues and new creations, new projects that are going to be really successful. Okay, let me amplify that. It's going to be very successful. You have the Four of Cups in the back of the deck too, which speaks on your feeling of stagnation, boredom, complacency. So this period of stillness is because you are still trying to recoup or recover from a period that was really challenging. It could have been scary. Financially, this could be financially, but with the swords, the situations that you found yourself in, it feels really complicated. It could feel messy. It could feel like too many people or opinions were involved in this, but it's really talking about looking at your past. Like I said, the things you have just been through, the things you were going through. It could feel like you're still needing to clean up a mess or still needing to recover from something that could have felt damaging to your reputation, to your path, to your intentions. You had so much momentum building, and it feels like things had to be stopped. Communication, I feel like, was slow, and you ended up in a period where you're like, is this even worth it anymore? Like, where am I going at this point? And I think that's why this Page of Wands came at such a vital time for you in your journey. That's why you are where you are right now, because it's going to take you out of that feeling of stability, boredom, comfortability, expectancy. It's like anything that you're doing right now, that cog in the machine, like I said, that, same shit, different day. It's really going to help amplify your inspiration, bring you into new connections, new adventure. Your challenges in this is really just going to be your thought process and how you feel you need to address. I just heard concerns. This could be your own concerns. This could be concerns of other people who you were trying to move away from, is what I see. You could even be trying to leave a position. It doesn't feel like you have set roots, even in the career or job choice that you have right now. It feels moldable. It feels changeable. If you want to move, you can move. You have all the right. You have the inspiration. You have the energy. You have the passion. I just heard, and you're very intelligent, creative. Your intelligence, your mind is really going to come up with some cool shit. Can I say that? It's going to come up with some cool shit. You need to be in the state of flow to allow this inspiration to really ground and to move you. This is just energy. You need to move with that energy. And your thoughts and emotions can get the better of you at times. You not wanting to repeat past cycles or patterns. And the feeling of having to address the people who you're being pulled away from. And you're being pulled away from it in a way that's going to be very positive and beneficial for your journey. And so you may feel like you need to apologize to people. You may need to apologize to previous employees or the people that you're working with. But it feels so extended. An entrepreneur, this is kind of what it feels like. Or you may be traveling more into that avenue, more into avenues that feel like hobbies or passions, more than, that 9-to-5 career. And it keeps looping back. Step out of that mindset of a 9-to-5. Go towards your passions. Go towards your projects. The things that you kind of want to see birth into this world. It feels creative. It feels expansive. It feels explorative. Even if that's you exploring with your identity, the way you dress, the people you talk to, the way you communicate. If you're an artist, it feels like really releasing the expectations that you have on yourself for how you should create, who you need to create for, and just freaking flow, because that's going to allow you to create more for yourself. And if you have like commissions, like I said in the intro, I'm an artist as well. And I'm going to tell you, it is hard for me. I'm so rebellious in that way. And I'm only sharing this because I feel like it's relative. I'm rebellious in the way that if I feel constricted or confined, now mind you, those commissions that I do have, so grateful. It's such an honor for somebody to love your work enough to literally pay you to make a personal piece for them. And then they get to keep a piece of you forever. Like, I'm so sentimental. And that does talk about sentimental things as well here. Creating for yourself more than you are creating for others. And maybe that was the message trying to come through. But feeling constrained in time limits, and certain people's expectations of what you should do. You know, you have an outline, you have a guide of what you should do, but don't let anybody dictate, even these people, don't let anybody dictate how you express yourself, how you move forward in your career, and how you want to achieve in the ways you want to achieve, because it doesn't matter how you get there. It only matters once you're there. There's so many different ways of how to get there. So you need to be in creator mode, explorer mode, and see what is going to actually be that passionate expression that you want. To see where it's guiding you, where your passions are guiding you. You explore podcasting if that's what you've been thinking about. And you don't have to actually know what the heck you're doing. This is about fun. It's about the journey rather than the destination, you know? So it doesn't matter how you get there. This is your time to explore. And you're going to find really quickly what really piques your interest. And then you're going to take that and you're going to run with it with this Ace of Wands here. That's going to be your new door, your new adventure. It's going to stand out to you. It's going to be really prominent to you. You know this is what excites you and this is where you want to go, whether you have this creative idea in mind yet. Did I say that right? Sorry, I'm channeling. Whether you already have this creative idea in mind or not, it's going to pique your interest. You're going to know it as soon as you feel it. And it's going to be like, oh my gosh, yeah, why did I wait this long? And it's not related to what you just came out of. Where you were is so analytical. And it's like, I have to do things by the book and I have to appease people. You could feel like you need to appease people's egos. You know, it's like, that's how you used to be. You're actually stepping out of an era of who you used to be and moving towards who you want to be. And so when you are facing these challenges in your career, people's opinions, or the way that you think it should go, the way that you're used to things going, so stepping out of that, it feels destructive or it feels really uneasy because you're not going by these guidelines. You're not really answering to the people who want so much from you, who expect too much from you. It's not about them anymore. This journey is about you and what excites you and where you're feeling called to and what is passionate to you, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel connected to your path, to your journey, what makes you feel connected more to yourself, to your intuition. The colors, even within this Ace of Wands, is really resonant of your intuition, your throat chakra, your crown, and your heart. And I just heard it's always going to come from the heart. It always stems from the heart. Everything that you do, remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing to begin with, because people's opinions and their desires for you aren't going to always add up to what you want to do. You may not always get the support that you feel you need or that you want on this journey. And that can be a hard pill to swallow, is what I see and feel. That's hard. So this journey, it could be a solo process, you know? The Page of Wands is somebody who ventures off alone. It's like a cat seeing a bunny outside. All of a sudden, the cat's laser focused. They don't even see what's going on around them. They dart. They go after the bunny. Okay, this is you and your chance to go after the bunny. And you don't need to worry about anything else that is happening around you unless it is involving your passion and that spark that you see. If it's piquing your interest, go towards it. If it's feeling constrictive, if it's feeling limiting, if it's actually making you feel like you can't be this expressive being who is in touch and in tune with themselves and who sees opportunities. You're going to see so many more opportunities when you're in this free-flowing state and when you're going by these passions instead of these guidelines and rules and expectations. And, you're actually starting to come out of the box. People were trying to place you in a box, or you yourself placed yourself in a box because of that pragmatic mindset. It's just a life that you were used to. It's what was processing and providing results for you. So you became really analytical. This could even be about like numbers online. You could have became really attached to the numbers, whether it's how much you were making dollar wise, whether it's the numbers of subscribers, followers, likes, or shares. It's like, I just heard nobody was sharing my work. Nobody's sharing what I'm doing. Nobody sees me for who I am. And now it's like, you need to see you. Nobody actually needs to see this of you, because you seeing this of you and following that's where you attract more. That's where you attract the people who are going to notice that of you. And if you do have like works online, it feels like you're going to be putting weird stuff out that maybe not everybody resonates with. Like I said, you may feel like you're not getting the same support, or your support changes. The people who reach out to you, it's going to change, because people are starting to notice these changes of you anyway. And it is a positive change. Again, like I said, this is somebody who is inspiring to other people. The Page of Wands is a really inspiring character. They're somebody who inspires others. They're like the person who goes out to dance, on the dance floor first, and then, everybody's inspired by that and they don't feel alone. Oh, I want to cry. Sorry. You're going to be that person for so many people. They're not going to feel alone. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, here's a weirdo like me too. Or here's somebody who has the same passion as me, the same interest. You're going to click. I feel like you're going to strengthen your bonds. And didn't I say that? Like networking and connecting with the people that you already do know. A lot of these connections are going to strengthen. I just heard they're going to deepen, and they're going to create more opportunities for you. It's just going to be so beautiful. So that's what's going to be your next major change. Your biggest challenge in this is going to be cutting ties with connections that you can't take with you. They're not on the same page. They don't have the same interests. They're connected to a past version of you. They don't even understand this version of you, okay? This could be people that you cared about, you connected with. But now it feels like that connection has grown stagnant. You may feel bored. The emotional capacity that you have with them may be limited. It just doesn't feel the same. It feels stagnant. And you need to stir it up. You need to spice it up. It's time, okay? You're being called in the right direction. Like I said, there's no set movement forward for you, like no specific direction that you need to go in other than what sparks your interest and inspiration. And it doesn't matter the goal necessarily, because I feel like you have a lot of goals. You do have goals. You do have aspirations with this Ace of Wands. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to start meeting them a lot more because you got out of that energy. You got out of the numbers. You got out of the cog in the machine. You freed up your time and your resources and your energy. You healed a lot of your mental capacity. And that's allowing you to have more energy and allowing you to be able to flow more freely with that energy as well. So now I'm going to pull an advice card for you to move forward with. Okay. Somebody wants me to clarify this Ace of Wands, so I'm actually going to, because I did not want to clarify everything else. I know these messages are just really going to repeat. So let's see, because the Ace of Wands offers you new opportunity, new windows, and you have to claim it. Okay, these are opportunities. They're not promises. It's your energy that is bringing in these new opportunities for you to really enhance your skills, elevate your skills, explore your skills, your talents. And this is really what you're going to be working with, your natural talents, skills, and your hobbies, your passions, the things that you want to achieve with those natural talents, skills, there's something else. Talents, skills, and trades. That's what it is. It's a trade as well. What is coming with this Ace of Wands? What can they expect? Oh my gosh. You have the Two of Cups with the Four of Swords. It's such a feeling of safety, of companionship. And like I said, you're going to come into a lot of new connections that are going to offer you this. And you're going to be offering them that as well. With the Two of Cups, you give as much as you take, and they are going to be just as inspired by you and motivated by you as you are by them. Oh my gosh. It's such a feeling of safety, companionship. This does take compromise, but it's like more of a blending of energies. And oh, the camera shut off. I don't know where it shut off. But you're deepening the connections through these new avenues and new windows. And as you explore what excites you and what makes you feel connected to yourself, you're going to start finding and coming in alignment with those who you feel connected to. These people are going to make you feel calm. They're going to really reassure you in your path and your journey. And you're going to feel rested, not bored, not like complacent and like nothing's moving and this is just meh. You're going to feel like I don't need to move so quickly. I can actually rest. I can take my time. I don't have to stress so much about what people want of me. F the expectations. These are people who don't actually expect things from me. They just want me as I am. And we can both grow and benefit as we are together. And so you're welcoming in friendships, connection, people who understand you and who want to understand you. They really want to give to you. Somebody wants to give to you specifically. This could be a friend with the Two of Cups. It could be a love interest or a love interest who wants to move slowly because this feels like friendship, companionship, and you're going to start connecting with them through these new adventures that you're going on. This could be day trips. This could be like a night out on the town or sharing hobbies together, passions together. And that's how they're going to reconnect with you, I heard. That's how they're going to connect with you. And if you are looking for that emotional fulfillment, because I feel like you haven't actually been emotionally fulfilled for a while, and you may have given up on it and said, all right, well, F that. Let me just go towards my passions. Let me just explore what excites me. And that's going to build onto my financial situation. Through that, you're actually going to find, so I just heard soulmates and soul connections. And you're going to be feeling a lot more emotionally provided for, cared for. I just heard it's going to stimulate growth in your healing journey. Because the Four of Swords is telling me that you have been healing through something. Spirit wants you to know you're doing so well. You're just doing so well, and you literally don't even know. You don't know how well you're doing. Some of you may have glimpses of this. You're going to have reassurance, and it's going to be felt within your energy. That was the right step for me. Pulling away from this person who is expecting too much from me or this job situation who is expecting too much from me. I don't feel rushed. I feel well rested. I feel like I can slow down. I can just be. And that is going to be your sign that you're on the right path. And let me reiterate real quick before getting your advice. I don't see any pentacles. Okay, so financially, it's going to come naturally, especially with the Ace of Wands. It's a very natural element, fire. You need that destruction. It's not destruction. That's the wrong word for it. It's kind of like the snow, like I was saying, how the snow is kind of blanketed the new growth. And what's fire do? It purifies, okay? So it would burn down to create an ash, to then new growth come out of it. And so your passion is really stimulating that growth. It's going to stimulate your new financial avenue. That's really all I can say about that, because your money, it feels like your money's going to be handled. Like you don't even actually have to worry about it. You're going to find ways. You're going to find creative ways and new avenues to keep providing for yourself. And it's really going to come through these connections as well. They're really going to help inspire you, if not help to get you in alignment with people who are going to make use of your talents, your skills, and your trades in order to provide an income for you. Advice for group 1, Spirit, moving forward. What is their advice in their career? Obstacles are detours in the right direction. I feel like that is a perfect card for you to move forward on, because you are going to just flow so well as soon as you release, because this is your biggest blockage, is the things you are separating yourself from. It feels like glue, or like, what are those Velcro strips? Like, you know, you're separating yourself from who you used to be, a career or a path. I just really want to call it a path. You're separating from a path that no longer resonates with who you are and who you are becoming. You're continuously becoming right now, and you should not be laying deep roots anywhere. Not even in these connections, you know. Everything, just as you don't want people expecting a lot of things from you, that is also advice to not expect too much from these people, in the sense of putting a lot of burden and expectation on them, you know. You need to be able to meet your own needs first before anybody can meet the needs that you feel you need from other people, if that makes any sense. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. It's really amplifying the Page of Wands energy for me, because it doesn't matter which way you go. Look, there's all these like edges, and you may bounce off here and feel, oh, I should go here. Well, maybe I should go here, and that's not working, but that's fine. And it's not like choosing a direction in the way that I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket, and if this doesn't work, okay, then I have this avenue. No, don't put your eggs in only one basket. Spread them out, throw them out on the table, and see where they land. That's kind of what Spirit's saying. You have so many avenues, so many options, and so many things that you're good at, and that you could aspire to be, and inspire people to be. It feels like you dance. You may dance or create art, even if you don't think it's an art, because you could be really analytical and you're like, well, that's not me creating. But anything that you birth from your own mind is creation, okay? So allow that creative mind to explore and adventure, and know that you are not stuck, you are not stagnant. There's so much growth coming ahead of you. Companionship, reciprocity, and your emotional needs. I just really want to reiterate, your emotional needs, or what you feel that you have been lacking emotionally, you're going to come into an alignment with these people that you are stepping into, that you are now connecting with. And you're going to feel so much peace and comfort from it. And that is a blessing in this whole thing, that you don't have to worry as much. And yet you can feel so safe and secure with these people, and in your path moving forward, and being reassured. I really hope these messages help to give you any guidance or clarity on the journey that you're on right now, and you can move forward with excitement and really start to explore these things. And don't judge yourself during your explorative phase. You're not meant to judge. Judging is gonna place yourself into that path that you are growing out of expectation. Explore yourself without judgment and with love, because you deserve that too. Thank you so much for joining me in your reading today. I really hoped it gave you all the clarity that you needed. If you would like to see any future readings from me, please subscribe and join the little tribe. I would love to see you here for another reading, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. Today we are going to find out the next major changes in your career. We are first going to use these oracle cards to find out the current energy in your job or career, and then we're going to move to tarot to get a little more detail about your journey moving forward. So I just heard high hopes, that you had high hopes about something. That may resonate specifically for some of you. So what is the current energy? That came flying out. So I don't know if I'm going to use reversals in this oracle deck, but you have the number 32, richness, marine life. And I do apologize if I'm like kind of all wonky as I'm showing you the cards. My viewfinder is upside down and reversed. So your current energies, first of all, I feel I had to take a breath because I feel overwhelmed. Look at how many creatures are in here surrounding this person in the middle. It feels really overwhelming. I just heard work-life balance needs checked. And that was your guide saying that you take on a lot, girl. Okay. Or man, non-binary, you take on a lot. It feels like you do a lot for other people, or you manage a lot of other people, or a lot of objectives, and your work life is just so busy, and there's a lot of people around you. You may work in an office, or a building that has a lot of people, but it feels like this person here in the middle is just kind of like, in the middle of your work day, your mind drifts off and it thinks about other things, or it's like just watching the clock tick, 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 tick. You're just waiting to get out. You're waiting until your work day is done. Life for you is not your work. Work is what pays the bills. That's kind of the energy of it. And it feels like you want more for yourself, so you may wait until the weekend and just freaking splurge, because you do so much during the week. You do so much in your work, your workspace. It's very demanding, or there's just so much that goes into it, so much that's needed of you. Maybe a fast-paced working environment as well. There's so much buzzing around you, but you are like in your own little world, just thinking about when you can leave this space, or missing certain people, or wanting to do certain things. And it's just like work is taking up too much. It's taking up too much of your time. That's where that work-life balance came in, I feel, because work really takes a lot of your time. Your time, energy, focus. I want to say attention, like it should, Spirit's saying. It should take up more of your attention than it does. But I see you kind of just run to the bathroom and take extra long in the bathroom, bathroom breaks, just to kind of breathe, recenter, reground, decompress. It feels like you need more of that. You need more moments of solidarity, more moments where you can breathe, where you can release, relax, decompress. There's so much to decompress here. So I'm going to put that down to the side, and we're going to see what next major changes are coming to your career life. What are the next major changes? Tune me into group 2, Spirit. Clear, honest messages for the next major changes in group 2's career. I always get excited when this card comes out. So you have this special card here in the deck. It says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. I almost had a lisp. So that is your first card. Yeah. And I really feel like that's you springing out of the Matrix, and you just going wild at a party because you just work so hard, and you strutting your stuff and showing off and wearing your best clothes. I freaking love that for you. So right off the bat, what I see your next major changes are, it could be you taking a vacation or taking time off of work, actually, to really just make it about you. Or in your workspace, you're coming into a space. For some of you, you may have even leveled up within your career. And so it is more about you. If you can see, there's a pentacle, and then there's somebody holding a card there. It feels like now you have the upper hand. You may have gained new employment or a new job opportunity that is going. This feels like potential. If this isn't already here for you, and that's why you're able to buy more expensive things, if you haven't already elevated in your career and gained a new position or an advancement in your career that allows you to splurge on yourself and, buy new clothes and new accessories and really show up and show out, that is your next major change, is you're going to be able to do that. And if you already have, I'm being shown that you hold more power now in this position. What you say next is what's going to go. This could kind of feel demanding, like I had channeled with your oracle card. It could feel like you have more responsibilities, and so you may have to kind of fake confidence to be able to fill in the role that you have. But you're going to be able to do it. I just heard flying colors. You're going to be able to do this with flying colors, whether it's a new position or a position that you're now going to be taking up. It feels like longevity here. You have an opportunity to have something that is more secure, that is more stable, that is more financially abundant, that is more prosperous. And sometimes you can't, it's like you can't show all your cards, or you're trying to hold your cards close to your chest. You have to be really mindful of what you accept. I just heard the challenges you accept and the way that you go about it. You know, come in with enthusiasm and excitement, and don't let that, if you do, if you do have any fears that you're not, you know, capable enough, because you are. This card's saying you are a badass being. You got this, you know, you got it. It's in the bag already. You already got it. But if you are feigning confidence, do not let it show. Accept the challenges with confidence, knowing that you are the reason why you are where you are today. So there is no reason to doubt that confidence. There's no reason to doubt yourself and your capabilities. You can create whatever it is you want, and you have new opportunities to do this, to show this as well, to show what you're capable of. The next major changes are really going to amplify how valuable you are, how much you have to offer, the skills in your position, and you're leveling up your finances because you're able to show up and show out and buy these new things. You're able to materially have more to show for. The Knight of Wands. So this did come up upright. So I see travel. I see excitement. I see you getting a new spark of passion and desire. You can, for some of you, this could make you feel a little rebellious. Okay, your ego is gonna be stroked. Like I said, this is really going to make you feel like you are that badass. Like, okay, look at what I got, and you're really gonna show up and show out with this Knight of Wands here. It's going to make you feel more confident. You're going to be able to go on more trips or do more things that you enjoy. Like I said, that time off, it feels like you're going to have time off. You're going to have more time to do the things that you enjoy. You're going to have more energy, more drive, more passion. And it's really going to be like this reciprocal, or like, it's like the figure 8. What you give to is going to give back to you. And all the efforts you put in is going to show. It's like immediately you're going to see it. So I'm also being shown too that you're going to have a better balance within your income. It's going to be more balanced to the effort that you put out. So if you were just in a position, or you're used to it, like if you're used to being in a position where you're breaking your freaking back for pennies, you're coming out of that. That is going to be your next change, is you're not going to be breaking your back for less money. It's actually going to be more equal. Okay, the value is going to be more equal. So you're going to have a lot more passion and excitement and spontaneity. Your confidence is really coming through here. You're going through a glow up. You're going to start like looking better, feeling better. What is next for group 2 in their career spirit? What is next? Strength. And this is talking about your confidence as well, and your ego, and the way that you can portray yourself to others, not in the sun way, not in like your personality. This is coming through from your values. Sorry, these cards are the back of the deck. I'm going to get to it in a second. But like I said, it feels like you elevated your circumstances. Your hard work paid off. Oh, listen, okay. Your guides really want to say, I'm so proud of you for everything that you achieved. Look at how strong you are, how capable you are. And the only person that ever doubted you, the only person that could ever have doubted you was yourself. And you're proving to yourself, and now to so many others as well, of what you are truly worth, what you're capable of. And you were going to keep growing, and it's going to be an exciting adventure. This is your reward after having gone through something that was really trying, and that just was, it could have been barely paying the bills, or, you know, you really busted your butt to get to where you are. You could have graduated. You could have got your diploma, or got a certificate. You know what I mean? You have something now within you. Excuse me, I didn't mean that, but Spirit said you have something now within you as well. This was a spirit awakening for you. But you now have something to show materially of your capabilities. of your true value and your true worth. And now your material, your outside, your physical realm and world is going to show it. And you're going to be so proud and excited. I just feel like a spark. It's enthusiasm. You're going to be so much more excited to go to work. You're going to have a better work-life balance. Again, is what I feel. And Spirit wants you to just be so proud of yourself because you deserve it. You had to show compassion and strength and empathy and sympathy. At times, you had to be soft when you really just wanted to break down and be angry. You know what I mean? There's so many traits, beautiful traits within you that are now going to be rewarded, for one, but they just want you to be proud of the things that you achieved and the things you're still achieving, and to know that you are capable, and to have that confidence. The Strength card also talks about your confidence. So be confident. You earned it. You literally proved yourself. There's nothing else you need to do. There's nothing more that needs to be done except for to celebrate how far you've come and splurge. Do those spontaneous trips or make those spontaneous. No, okay. I'm not a financial advisor, so like if you know your funds are limited, wait until you feel more secure in that way. But I'm telling you, you're going to have enough to do what you enjoy. You're going to have enough to make those spontaneous splurges on yourself and maybe elevate, wear more expensive perfumes and clothes or go on more expensive trips if that's what you're into. You're going to be able to do that. And so the back of the deck energy is the Ten of Swords. Everything is fine. The Eight of Pentacles and the Death card. And this is really just confirming what I was saying, where you were just breaking your back. It feels like you were just doing so much, and it was like a means to no end, Ends weren't meeting. You weren't making enough for a comfortable living. And it took a long time of study, or it took a long time of you doing the same thing before you finally said enough's enough. Like, I need to really do what I want and put real hard effort into it. And like I said, that effort paid off. And with the Death card reversed here, it's showing me that you don't know exactly what you're stepping into. You may have fear in this journey forward. You may be doubting, like I said, confidence is coming up here. And all of these cards, your confidence, your passion, and your courage is being highlighted. And Spirit's saying, have courage and use that passion as motivation and keep creating the confidence that you need to see in yourself, even if you have to fake it until you make it, because it's already there within you. You just got to tap into it with that spontaneous energy. And I was also told some of you have a really good sense of humor. That's why it came through. Your personality came through, because sometimes you could use humor to mask some of your scarier feelings or, your insecurities. Okay. And Spirit's saying, if that's what you got to do, you have an amazing personality, a good work ethic, and you deserve to be seen for your unique qualities. Okay. That's really being highlighted with the Nine of Wands. You have some unique qualities that are really going to make you stand out amongst the crowd as well. And so tap into that. Tap into your uniqueness, your positive energy, and the way that you motivate people through your actions and your words and your charisma. Like, you get people going around you. They love it. You're great in the working environment, and a team. You're good by yourself, but you really help to amplify, what is that called? The morale. You boost morale in the workspace, okay? So that's something to be proud of too. And so when you feel fear creeping in, or doubt, or you feel like, maybe I didn't learn enough, or you have the study, okay? This is cyclic as well. Your study does not stop. We are always teachers in our own right and way, and we are always students in our own right and way. And you will continuously be learning and building on the skills that you already have. So there's no need to feel insecure or lack confidence. You already have it right here. If that is ever, an issue with you. That may not resonate for everybody. You're coming through as a very confident person, but it feels like you could get overwhelmed at times. And that's when insecurities may creep in, or it's like, do I know enough? Do I have enough? Do I have enough time? Am I able to make this work? Am I able to make it, make it out? Spirit's saying, have faith in yourself in those ways, because you are going to make it out. You're going to shine. You're going to provide for yourself. And I just heard others, and you're going to be seen as somebody beautiful, capable, attractive, handsome. You are going through a physical glow up and a material glow up at the same time. So this is really, this is really exciting. So that's your next major changes. The challenge in this would be the pressure that you put on yourself, because you need to know, and you really need to understand that you are capable. And if you don't feel capable, if you feel like you're lacking skills, you have every capability to study and grow and expand, and become the thing you're seeking through this new transition. I just heard this new transition in life. An old way of being is dead. An old way of life has run its course, and you are now metamorphosizing. You are now becoming the butterfly. You spend so much time in that cocoon, in that gelatinous. Isn't that a shaving thing? That's a razor. Anyway, that may resonate for somebody, but you were just like in this cocoon and goo. I don't know if many of you know what it is to morphosize. If you watch the actual process of a butterfly within the cocoon, like, it's not attractive. It's not appealing. It's actually pretty gross. And the caterpillar inside of the cocoon literally dissolves into the goo that's inside of that cocoon. And it just becomes like it breaks apart. Okay. So much of you had to break apart to form who you are today, and to form who you were literally now expanding into. Your wings have sprouted, and they're beautiful. It's glorious. So enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. And make sure that you keep that confidence. The Spirit's watching you. They're guiding you. They're saying you're doing so well. Oh my gosh. You have one guide in particular. Whew. This person knew you while they were living. And, oh my gosh, sorry. You could cry when you think about them, because I really want to cry right now. But this person knew you when you were living. They could have been a companion, or they were older than you. But they always felt like a safe space. You could tell them secrets. You told them things, or you may even still talk to them, okay? And you tell them secrets. They hold your secrets. They love you. And they offer you courage and support when nobody else does. When you yourself, didn't I say, like, you may take extra breaks in the bathroom, or, you may run away and kind of just need a moment to ground yourself when you get overwhelmed or overstimulated. And this person is there with you. They want to let you know, I will continue to support you. I will continue to instill you with strength through your challenges. I want to encourage you in your passions, in your endeavors. And they're saying, I'm so proud of you. You are something, I just heard you're liberated now. You are something so powerful and so precious to them. And they just really want to exalt you right now in this reading. And that is so beautiful. So I want to get you, what am I saying? Sorry. I want to get you advice moving forward now. Whew, I'm so lightheaded. That person that you are connected with came through so strongly, and they have other messages for you, actually. That's why I'm being choked up here. So I'm going to use my message cards here to see what else they wanted to say. What else does this person want to say to group 2? What do they want to say? I just heard, my precious little baby. Oh, you may have done their nails. It feels like you may have painted their nails, or you may have really taken care of them physically. It's really I know that nails, I just saw that like very obviously. That's something that you may have shared with this person. You would do their nails. You would take care of, their makeup, or cosmetically you would take care of them. But it feels like physically you would have taken care of them as well too. It feels like they could have been disabled in some way and you cared for them. Oh, they appreciate that so much. And so now they're like, I'm doing that same for you. You may not see me, but I'm doing that same for you. I'm here. I'm taking care of you, just like you took care of me. I think that's what that message was, but I'm gonna actually, I think that's the message that needed to come through, but I'm gonna see what else. Well, that was reversed. It says, you hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. It is in reverse, and that's the Nine of Swords. I know these, I don't want to jar you, but this is about your thought process and them helping you. Look, you are so beautiful. Why do you need me? This is them trying to help you with your confidence in your appearance. They said there's something about your appearance you don't like. You keep trying to fix it. You keep trying to enhance it. You keep trying to do something different with it. They said learn to love yourself just as you are. You are so beautiful. And your characteristics come from this side of the family as well. Your physical characteristics. And they're like, so I understand. I understand you don't like this aspect of yourself, or I understand this is what makes you feel uncomfortable, but learn to love yourself just as you are. They're saying you don't need to develop yourself. Like I said, with all the money you're going to be getting, you're going to start like enhancing your body, or you're going to start masking some things, with materials that you don't like or that makes you feel insecure. And they're saying you really don't have to do that. They're saying whatever makes you happy, please do it. I want you to be happy. But they're noticing that. So they just want to highlight, okay? They don't want you to change who you are, but love who you are. If I follow you, I could lose everything. The Five of Swords. They're saying they know that you still hurt over them. You may still cry over them. They're saying there's a rift in the family, and they see that them leaving. Look at this. The family. Oops, sorry. Your family won't like me. This is showing to me as the Three of Swords. I almost said the Three of Hearts. What? You may be close to 3 specific people in your family, but there is a rift in the family, and they're saying, I see that and I know it. There's a social rift here, conflict of interest, or people, beliefs getting in the way. You are not in control of how people act, react, or their beliefs or anything like that. Okay, let me say that first. I am simply just relaying the message that they want you to know. They're saying you all need to stop it. You all need to stop allowing these constructs to separate you. Remember why you got together in the first place. It's like you had a reunion, or you were supposed to have a reunion. You were supposed to keep something sentimental going, whether it be because of their passing, or once they did pass, you stopped, or there's just something here, a social aspect of your family. And they're saying, remember what joins you. Remember what binds you. Remember the love. Remember what it's about, because it's not about the beliefs. It's not about these social constructs and, what's going on in the world, because you could have different political views and it's really affecting your family. And they're just wanting to acknowledge that they see the rift in your family and they are trying to keep you together, but they are still extending their love to every single one of that family. 5 is really standing out to me. There's 5 people. There's 5 people. Or you could even be in 5 different states. I don't know. 5 may be resonant to you for some reason. But they're saying, I still send love to every single one of you. And none of these obstacles and challenges that you see as obstacles and challenges are any obstacle and challenge to me and to those you truly love. Keep love as that binding agent within your family unit is what they're saying. Healthy boundaries, okay? Keep your healthy boundaries, hell yes. But keep love as your root base, because you don't need to stop loving that person just because you don't agree with them. So now I'm going to get advice for you moving forward financially. What do you need to know moving forward? Advice for group 2 spirit. What is the advice? I choose to learn through love. Remember your roots. Remember why you're doing what you're doing. Your career path may even be in alignment with this person here that had passed. And they're saying they love that for you. They love that you kept that alive. It's like a part of the family. Multiple people could have this pull towards a certain field or passion. Even creatively, it feels like it could be creatively or human resources, care in some way, caring for others. And they love that. They're so proud of you. They're so happy for you. And just to remember in your career as you go on, and as you move forward, because you're going to get distracted. This Knight of Wands kind of is distracted energy. It's a kind of flighty energy because they move with what feels good and what they like and what's exciting. And like, I'm going to go and yeah, I don't like this anymore, so I'm going to just start doing this. But they're saying that you do learn through love. This person is saying it, and your guides, this is your advice, is to keep that root base of love, because that's going to help keep your path clear moving forward. It's really going to help you when you feel frustrated, when you feel overwhelmed. You can ground yourself in that sense of love and remember why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And that's your advice moving forward. I really hope these messages came through clearly for you and were useful and enlightening in any way, shape, and form that you may have needed. Thank you so much for trusting me with your energies today. I really appreciate you and your time. If you would like to see any future readings from me, please subscribe and join the little tribe. I would love to see you back for another reading. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or night, and I will see you later. Bye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to your reading. Today, we are here to find out the next major changes in your career. We're going to first start with this oracle deck to get the current energies within your job, your career, and then we are going to use these tarot cards to get a little more detail about your journey moving forward. So let's see what the current energies are in your job, career. I just heard how I said job, career. Somebody just said, like, what's the difference? So I just heard jaded. Some of you may be jaded when it comes to this topic, when it comes to what you feel you're obligated towards or what people expect of you versus what you want to do. But let's get a little more detail before jumping into all the channel messages here. Sorry. When I was actually cleansing this deck before your group, this card popped out anyway. So, and it popped out again. So I love that. So this is the number 36. And this card says wildness, electricity. And this is really giving me that Knight of Wands energy. Like I said, that kind of rebellious independence. I keep hearing curious tendencies, and it's really amplifying that independence within your career. And I see growth and expansion here and harmony. So with the number 36, it's really showing me expansion with the 3, harmony and balance with the 6, equal collaboration, being in a collaborated environment as well. I feel the 3 of Pentacles here. It's like working with others to achieve a common goal. So you may be working in a team or collaborating with people, and that's really going to, I want to reassure you that doing so right now as well is really going to build on the growth that you already do see. Because I do feel like you see growth. You're feeling a certain level of capability and stability, and Spirit's really just saying, build on that. So where your passion is leading you, where you see development and want to continue seeing development, and this is also speaking about in your life in general, is what Spirit's saying. Keep at it. Keep doing it. Keep progressing in the way that you really, truly want, that you're feeling called. This is really giving me like inspiration and solar plexus energy. So it's amplifying your will, your determination, your drive, your passion, like being drawn to this green as well as the blue, which can signify your throat chakra. But I'm really feeling your intuition here because there's a purpley mix. But I'm seeing your heart chakra with all this green to the side. This card is just so beautiful. You see all the green on the side? Oh, Yes, it's like hunger and passion. And I see satisfaction. You're probably feeling really satisfied in the things that you do actually feel involved in and that you are passionate about. I feel really satisfied, a wholesome energy, even in a sense of like a liberation and independence again. A positive shift and change. It's just so peaceful. When I say peaceful, that doesn't mean that things are slow and steady. This could even be something that's really involves like a lot of different parts, moving parts, or trying to schedule a lot of things. I just heard enhancing. Like I said, really building on what you're already doing. And that takes a lot. That's not easy. And it can be stressful at times, but it's like it's with a purpose. It has a reason. There's purpose here. Oh, and that's just so beautiful. I love that. Now we're going to see what your next big changes are in your career. Using this beautiful earthly tarot deck. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I also hear, now this is one of my newer decks, one of my favorite decks, Tarot of the Woodland Wardens. And I use this deck for like a lot of emotional and spiritual healing because it is so grounded. And I felt called to use this deck for you, but your energy that I feel is elated. It's electric. Like your card said at the bottom here, electricity. I feel that from you, like energized, motivated, movement, like the solar plexus chakra. It's really motivating you, driving you, going off your inspiration and at times impulses and in a successful way. And so you are seeing progress here. And yet this is the deck, the grounding, slowing down, the earthly, earth doesn't move fast. Things go slow and they get everything done as it's intended. Like everything is done and it's divine and natural timing. It's natural timing. And so that can just be a message too, is why I feel that energy is so polarizing, because everything nonetheless is going to be completed and accomplished in its natural timing. So let's see. What are the next major changes in your career for Group 3 Spirit? What are the next major changes for Group 3 in their career? The next major changes. I just heard major laser. Are you going to go to like a concert, a show, like saving for festivals and music events and things like that? Or I really feel like there's some type of event, or a lot of it. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot happening for you. Woo! I need to ground myself in your energy. Oh my gosh, buzzing around. You may also have like ADHD or use the ADHD medication or something like that. Obviously, I'm not judging anybody in their medications. Oh, but that's really what I feel. Just hyper. Might be how you are, how your mind works right now. Group 3. And this did come out before already. You have the Chariot in reverse. So that does speak on delays. There's delays. That could be why that natural timing message came through. Because as much force and energy and passion and desire as you have, you may be met with delays. Group 3 Spirit. What are the next major changes happening? Judgment. Yes. This is all with purpose. It's all for a reason. And it is to get your attention. Here we go. I'm so sorry if that wasn't in focus. But judgment is upright, which I do like to see. I feel like I'm out of breath, especially because the delays. Okay, so I do want to say it may shock you. It may feel like a shock, these next major changes, because it is putting a wrench in the works, is what I see. Let me get these cards out before I keep going. Yeah, and the Ten of Pentacles, it's not going to destroy your world or anything, but it is very much so going to impact it in the way you see your future. With the Ten of Pentacles, it was in reverse. So a lot of things are changing and shifting. The card at the back of the deck is the Ace of Cups with the Two of Wands. If you can see here. So, and I didn't see a card under that, is the Tower, which is that sudden change and shift that I felt, that shocking feeling. It's like, oh my gosh, like I was not expecting this, especially with the Two of Wands here. That's the energy of foresight, of planning, scheming, looking ahead, and needing to, in some cases, be 1 or 2 steps ahead of everybody else, and not in a malicious way. That's not what it feels like, but it feels like you need to be on top of your You need to make sure that you're securing the future that you want for yourself, but I see blockages here. So the next major changes are, in fact, major freaking changes. It's really going to change the trajectory moving forward, but it's in a way that is revealing a lot of truth to you. This judgment is here to show you truth. It's here to bring truth to you. It feels like it could be knocking at your door. You could have somebody bringing this judgment moment to you, coming to you, explaining why certain things are happening the way they are, or why certain things need to change. Or it may be, I feel like maybe somebody needs like information. It's like information's being given to you. That's what it feels like. And it's regarding your future and the security and stability of that future and your plans. So this could be one event in particular. And remember, I kept mentioning events. So this could impact an event that you have. But if you are planning for an event in the future, this could impact that event. But it feels like you are trying to prepare for something. And it feels like everything's riding on this. And so all your ducks need to be in a row with this Two of Wands here. You need to have things in check. You need to make sure everything's in order. Plans are coming together. And I see worry here. Is this the right thing to do? Is this the right move? Did I do the right thing? You have a lot of expectations. It feels like you put a lot of your eggs in one basket, or that may be the decision. Should I put all my eggs in this one basket? Okay, if you are somebody with that question in mind, should I put all my eggs in this one basket? I want to say, don't. It feels like a gamble. If you are in a position right now where you're gambling with your career, in a way that is, like I said, putting all your eggs in one basket, I can get clarification for you. Of course, I'm not just going to tell you this and, on a whim or something. It's not on a whim. I'm seeing it right in my face. Because these changes are really tearing down your foundation. And so unless you are already aware that the changes you're making are a restructuring and reordering of your foundations, be very cautious of putting all your eggs in one basket, okay? If you aren't in that space, then I do see delays creating an opportunity for you to see the light, to see the truth, so that you can keep moving forward. With this Ace of Cups, you are opening yourself up to an emotional, it's like it's going to connect you with an emotional opportunity to do this. It's like that's kind of your goal. I see a goal of wanting to potentially connect with somebody and deepen or explore that connection. And it is tied in with your finances or your business or your job. You're doing it, like I said, with purpose. That could be tied into the purpose. The reason why you're doing what you're doing is because it's going to bring you into this Ace of Cups, where there's somebody that you desire, that you really care for, you hold dear. You could then be connecting with this person through this event or changing situation. It's going to help align you to new opportunities of love and connection in general. But it could be one person in particular that you're kind of holding your cup for. It feels like they were a part of your future. And I just heard your past. This could be somebody a part of your past. And for some reason, it is tied in with your finances. You could be caring for somebody financially and they're dependent on you and there's been delays. And this judgment moment is here to say, we are changing this situation. It's coming out of a place of, what am I going to say? Not transmutation. Potentially, but just transformation, metamorphosizing. Because what I see here is this locust here coming out of its shell, changing into its new form. And that's really what this next big change is meant to stimulate and stir and create for you. It's taking you out of one phase of your life into another, one stage of your life into another. And so naturally, your foundations are going to be disrupted. I just heard destroyed. Some things will have to be destroyed and reconstructed to fit and form this new path forward, to accommodate, really. So even if it is shocking, if it feels demanding of you, and it's been causing delays and friction and conflicts, either in your family unit, with your legacy, if it's been causing delays and stagnation in what you want to create for yourself, know that this is what's coming, this change that's going to be beneficial, because the judgment really puts things into perspective and it places us on the right path that is aligned for our soul, our purpose, and our needs, to have our needs met and fulfilled. And that's what it's trying to do. So it can feel harsh, it can feel abrupt, and it can really be disruptive. But with the Ace of Cups upright, it's like, this is what you needed, though. It's like, this is the love that's needed to be in place of all this harshness. This harsh reality is what it feels like. There is love here, and there is love coming, and there's an opportunity to have more happiness and emotional fulfillment and connection as well. Again, like I said, it feels like you want to connect with somebody. You're planning to connect with somebody, or to open up a new window of connection and communication that is really going to be beneficial. It's like, that's the help. For some of you, if this resonates, it feels like you are coming into union with somebody, you're opening up to somebody, and they're going to help you on this path and journey forward. It's really going to put things into perspective for you and help you get through these challenges and restrictions, these financial restrictions, because you can't even live up to the purpose and potential that you see in yourself because of these delays and restrictions. So I actually didn't get clarifications for other people, or for the other groups. I didn't actually need it, but for you, I do. There's a lot. And I'm just spitting things out intuitively as well. So I really hope these messages are coming in digestible. But let me see what these blockages are and these delays. What do they need to know about the next major changes? Look at this, the Sun card. It has to do with your happiness. It has to do with your freedom and your vitality. These delays have just been taking so much, and it's like, that feels like a distant memory, but that's the goal. That's what I want back. I want this sense of vitality, sense of freedom and happiness and harmony and joyful bliss and, this adolescent freedom. Like, I want that, and I need that. So I have to get through these challenges and blockages and frustrations, and really balance. You have to balance the light and dark aspects of your journey, is what I heard. Balance the light and the dark aspects of this journey and these challenges moving forward during these changes that you're coming into, because you are going to have success. You are going to have your happiness, your fulfillment, a sense of being proud with this red ribbon. And it's what I see. It's just like victory, success and victory and happiness and harmony. Okay. But you have to balance out your energy. Maybe that's why I kept being called towards your mental health and certain mental conditions, because that anxiety, your energy could really need that grounding. You could feel overstimulated. You could have anxiety, or you could need medication for certain ailments. And that's what's been affecting your vitality, your sense of vitality, because you need to balance out those aspects, those light and dark aspects. Balance out your chemistry. If it's a mental disorder, disability, or ailment, you may need to be balancing out your chemicals here in your body to get a better sense of vitality, to help your rest, to help your happiness. You need mood enhancers and stimulants in that way. I don't feel like you need stimulants in the way of energy. It feels like of your mood, I feel like you need a grounding substance or medication or practice in your life to help balance out your mood and your energy, to help you be able to, I just heard attract, but also to help you step into that power that you need. You need to actually be standing in your power, because this judgment moment's really, it's like a call of action. You have to do it. This is something you have to do. So it can take a lot out of you. It can be really draining. The expectations can be high, especially for yourself. Things feel really demanding and draining over here with this Tower card. There's been a lot of sudden and unexpected changes. And so you're having to work with a lot of different elements. And so make sure that you are tending to your health physically, your mental health, and aligning yourself with that grounded sense of vitality to keep pushing through these challenges. Because you do have happiness, coming for you. Happiness and success is on the other side of this. What do they need to know about these major changes? Judgment. Look, the Four of Wands. This is your balance, your harmony, your stability. Okay? This judgment moment, as harsh as it may be, I just heard clever. So you are... Didn't I say you stand in your power? You're such a clever person, okay? And I just heard some of you could sell ice to an Eskimo. Maybe people have told you that. You could... I think I picked up on a scheming energy before, but I said not in a malicious way. Okay, you're just... you have your wits about you, and I feel like you know how to use it. So please use the information that you have to create the steady, firm foundation and sense of security that you need, because you do have security, and I just heard safety. There's safety in numbers as well. You have people and resources you could be pulling upon to help you through these challenges, this judgment moment here, these changes that you're going through. And these people and connections that you have, they're going to help give you the sense of security and support. So the Four of Wands is also talking about support. And you see these two, I forget what they are here, but there's mutual support here in these two animals dancing together, doing it together. Like, we're going to figure it out. We're going to get this thing situated. It's going to be good. It's going to be taken care of. You may even have people telling you, like, it's not that bad. And it's not in a way to, like, that's what your guides are actually saying, okay? I got to be honest. Your guides are like, it's not that bad. Not in a way to disregard what you're going through, to disregard this Tower moment that you feel, because that's not okay. You know what I mean? Having things ripped out from under us and our expectations being thwarted, or like, it's not okay. I depended on this money. I depended on that support for my family. Okay. So you could have even lost a job. And you are needing that support then. And that's why you're looking forward. You're trying to scheme. And I had felt that companion or somebody coming in that's going to really help to balance out the situation for you. But trust that you are going to have the support that you need. And with Spirit saying it's not that bad, that's to say that you do have people and resources available to you. So please take advantage of the support that is out there for you. Any supportive outlets, whether it's for housing, whether it's temporary income, child support, anything like that. That's what it feels like. Make sure that you're making the adjustments that's needed and you are reaching out to the right people, the correct support for you. Excuse me. Oh, my mouth. I just go all over the place when I'm channeling. I'm sorry. So any other messages for this Ten of Pentacles? Last messages for group 3. What do they need to know about these major changes moving forward? Yes, the Six of Arrows. You are going to have peace. There's multiple cards here talking about peace, stability, harmony. Harmony. And I just heard closure. If you're not in this energy already of collaboration, and like that could be you on a good day, that you're feeling collaborative, you want to like involve other people in your journey, you want to branch out, you want to use that inspiration that you have, that creative spark, and make something of something, or make something of nothing. It's like the world is your oyster on a good day. And this energy here, it feels like this is the reality. This is what a lot of people probably don't even know that is happening in your life. It feels secretive. It feels very personal. It has affected your vitality, your heart space, the way you view your future and your circumstances, the way you have to tune in and chase your financial security or the way that you approach your legacy and the longevity that you need in your life. It's really, I just heard resorting. With the Six of Arrows, you are needing to really resort, readjust, and reform all of your financial foundations because it's preparing you for something so big coming in the future. That's what that is. That judgment moment, it is preparing you to step into your purpose, into your fullness. That's why they said you need to be that. You are changing, you're metamorphosizing, okay? In this stage that you're going through, as tricky as it is, as complicated as it can feel at times, please trust and know that you do have support. Make use of your resources. Take time out where you need time out. You don't need to keep pressing all the time. You need rest. You need to put yourself in the sun, get your face in the sun, get your feet in the grass. You need to ground yourself. If you have any chance to be around water, there's water in a lot of these cards. And considering this Ace of Cups too, in general, is a massive Cups card, they're asking you to ground yourself, cleanse yourself in your energy. That's a big one. You need to cleanse, scrub. There are practices as well. And I just learned this too, hanging out with some friends, but Ryan Woods, I don't look up Ryan Woods on Facebook or Instagram. He's an amazing musician. We were talking about different ways of cleansing your body and stuff like that. And I actually do this with my labradorite. I will take it on my skin and I will rub it. And it's like a massage, but it also helps to bring the blood up to the surface of your skin, and it replenishes not only your skin, but it helps to remove toxins, okay, from your body. And it feels like that's what you need to do. You need to remove toxins from your body. You need to cleanse your body. You need to ground yourself and to really make sure that mentally and physically you are flushing your system of impurities, just as your life is trying to flush itself of impurities energetically. Energetically, that's what's trying to happen in your life as well. That's why with these systems and things that aren't working for you, that's why you could have been in this place where you were feeling stuck and stagnant and things were growing stale in certain ways, or you were just always in planning mode. But it's like, I'm always trying to plan, but how am I going to do it? If my foundation keeps crumbling, how am I going to do it if there's no sense of safety, security, and support? And so energetically, the divine has intervened here with judgment. And energetically, they're like, we're going to help you because you've been continuously doing what you've been needing for yourself. And you have been working on yourself emotionally. You have been cleansing and trying to be softer, be more loving to yourself. This is about yourself first before you give it to anyone else. You can't give what you don't have. And I see you have been trying to work on that. And you may even really want to bring in a sense of love and companionship, compassion, and bliss in your life. You need things to flow more. And so energetically, Spirit intervened and they're like, all right, we're going to shake it the F up. You know what I mean? Buckle up, hold on. There's going to be delays, challenges. It's really going to affect your mental health and your energy. But this is what's coming for you, is a better sense of security, future, and stability and support. You're going to feel like you can move in the way that you need to. These are triggering in reverse and very blaring, heavy energies, okay, in the top row. And you come to the bottom, and I see the Sun, I see the Four of Wands, and the Six of Arrows. And there is a progression with the 4 and the 6 as well. So things will be moving forward. You will have success. You will feel harmony, support, and peace. You're going to be moving into calmer waters where things feel more stable. And so you can actually then put more into your future, your legacy, and what you want for yourself in your future. You can plan for your future, and then you can start to finally work towards it in a very realistic way, really. It's like it's the wake-up call, like, here we go. It's like when you get to the top of how's my hand in this? I don't know. Oh, there we go. When you get to the top of a roller coaster, and it's like, you see that peak, and it's, okay, you're at that peak. You're rearing that peak, and that's the big change coming for you, because after that, it's smooth sailing. Okay, so trust your path, because you're going to have your success and harmony. You just need to focus on that sense of vitality, grounding your energy and your efforts. And really, I just got chills, electricity. Really, anytime that you feel you can extend yourself and you can break out, you can really explore this energy and this growth and collaborate with people, Spirit's saying, do that. Keep doing that. Keep doing things for yourself that are fun and exciting and elating, and that bring you into closer union with those around you who you do feel supported by, because it feels like you do have something planned. You really want to connect with somebody that you really love or you really care for. You feel support and love from them, and I do see it happening, but changes need to happen first. So what is the advice for group 3 moving forward? When I lean towards love, I am led. Oh, I just wanted to give that like a moment of silence. Half because it was choking me up, but also because Spirit really wants you to just sit in that. And I just heard to understand that. Let me read this again. When I lean towards love, I am led. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking in the energy of love. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking in the energy of love. When I lean towards love, I am led. Look at that. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Yeah. Okay, so this is talking about you needing to kind of recenter and refocus yourself sometimes, and feeling like you need to do everything all the time. You may be affected by the moon, hormonal changes, or the cycles, certain cycles. Like I said, you could be battling with mood disorders or mental illnesses and things like that. And so you have to know your natural cycle. Again, nature. This is about the natural flow. Despite what we want to do, despite where energy and things are taking us, you know what I mean? We're still natural beings. We're still in this 3D reality. We are still organic, compounds. And so just make sure that you are taking care of that you were taking care of yourself, that you were looking after yourself and being kind to yourself. And on those days where you just need to recede and rest and reflect, make sure you take that time for yourself, because you deserve it. So that is all I see in your reading today, Group 3. I really hope this was beneficial to you and useful for you in any way that you needed, and will help you in your journey moving forward. Thank you so much for trusting me with your energy today. I really hope you take a mindful bath, like a bubble bath. Pamper yourself today. You freaking deserve it, no matter what you've been doing, laying around for days or not. You still deserve to pamper yourself, to be patient with yourself, kind to yourself, and you deserve some time off and out as well. So do what you can within your means. And if you would like to see any future readings from me, please subscribe and join the little tribe. I would love to see you here for another reading. And I hope you move forward enjoying the rest of your day or night. Bye.